Today, we're going to be redesigning this website for my local climbing gym. I'm a climber myself, I go here all the time, and it's just so unfortunate that the website doesn't do the experience of climbing at Stone Summit justice at all. There's so much more we could do with the really interesting imagery of this super cool rock gym. So we've got our style guide here as always, and we're going to be using Aileron, a kind of friendly but clean font. And here are the stories, everything that we want to achieve with this site. Just really learn more about the gym, sign up for a membership, things like that, all the basic stuff. Not going to bore you with reading through this, just going to get in there and show this site some love and see what we come up with. Felt like there was a quick win here to add a secondary navigation above what will eventually be the primary navigation to let users switch between different locations. Stone Summit has 4 different locations in Atlanta, and whenever you're switching between a multi-tenancy kind of model like this, adding a tab at the top like this is a very common pattern. Definitely recommend you steal this one. Whenever you have a navigation menu with 2 distinctly related items, you probably want to put them in their own little container with a vertical bar separating them. This sends a signal to the user that yes, these are also navigation links, but they're probably the important ones. As someone that's been to Stone Summit hundreds if not thousands of times in their life, I know just how captivating and interesting and really awesome the experience is climbing there. And the images on the homepage just didn't do it justice. And whenever you're in a situation like that, I find it's often better to use a video because that helps to really captivate your audience and pull them in and share a much more immersive vision of the experience they're getting themselves into here. So swapping out this background image with a simple autoplay video and then overlaying some text with a basic call to action. Really easy stuff. Whenever you're doing design for a marketing landing page, you're not really dealing explicitly with user stories anymore. You're kind of dealing with what I like to call customer pre-sale questions. What are all the things that exist in a potential customer's mind that must be answered before they will do business with you? And in this case, people are generally a little confused. What is climbing? What is bouldering? What can I actually do there? So answering some of these as well as engaging them emotionally with some more interesting imagery and background flair is definitely the way to go to get people to click that join button. One of the most common pre-sale questions is how much does it cost? And in the case of the Stone Summit Climbing Gym membership, it's actually quite a complicated membership. There's 20 different ways you can potentially sign up. And that is going to affect the bottom line because there's some percentage of people that are just going to get confused and overwhelmed and then just perhaps not get any membership. So we're simplifying things dramatically, breaking things into 3 simple tiers, a day pass, monthly pass, and then a family pass. That way, there's no confusion and people are much more likely to convert directly through the website. Those of you familiar with pricing psychology will know that 3 tiers is the best number of tiers. Generally speaking, the way humans evaluate things is they'll look at a series of 3 increasing options and they'll say, okay, this one here's too cheap, speaking of the lower one, this one here's too expensive, thinking of the higher one, and then we'll more likely opt into the middle option, which is generally considered the economy purchase, where you pack as much value as you can for a reasonable price. And then of course, we're kind of reinforcing that pricing psychology a little more by hinting that the middle option is the most popular one. Naturally, it's going to be the most popular one, but we kind of help people to get to the answer a little more efficiently by putting that most popular tag right over the standard membership. And then, of course, we can't really have a space for pricing without talking about the youth team. This is kind of like a separate vein where people can sign up their children to join a climbing team that's exclusively comprised of youth climbers. And in this situation, you wouldn't necessarily go through the standard pricing tiers. You'd probably reach out to the team and start the sales process that way. So having a separate subdued call to action below the 3 main tiers made a lot of sense here. And now one of the questions in people's minds is probably, okay, where are these gyms located? Is one near me? Is it economical for me to get there? And of course, you could just do the standard approach of showing a Google map with the locations overlaid, but I wanted to try something different. The way that Stone Summit works in Atlanta is there's 2 kind of main climbing gyms and then 2 smaller bouldering only gyms. So I wanted to feature them prominently and then subdue the other 2 to kind of send a signal like, hey, if you're gonna go to a gym for the first time, you should pick one of these 2. But these are also here to accommodate you if they're a little more local to you. All right, and there we go. I think this is a better job of kind of encapsulating what it would feel like to climb at Stone Summit. The video really pulls you in a lot more. We've simplified the information architecture significantly by introducing a simple multi-property navigation at the top here to switch between the different locations, simplified the navigation significantly with a single call to action, and then just kind of embellishing like the value of the membership, bouldering, lead climbing, top roping, just really emphasizing the community here. Then just kind of helping people find a climbing gym that makes sense to them, and then presenting to them a much simplified view of the memberships. But I hope you took a little nugget of design insight from this one, folks, and I hope you're having a wonderful week. See you in the next one. Bye.